This is a little bit more off the cuff, and we're gonna work through this together because I didn't spend a ton of time thinking about this before I started talking, um, but it's in my notes. So in case anyone's wondering, I carry around a little composite notebook from Staples that I like to write ideas down in. Obviously, I carry a phone with me everywhere I go. I have a OneNote that's full of information and full of thoughts, and just I'll throw stuff in there, and sometimes it gets lost to the ether. It gets lost to the ether here, so I'm just trying to be better. Obviously, be better about using this, but I I kind of have I'm kind of intrigued to see what people's thoughts are on this because I am not in this corner of so I wasn't in this corner of social media when I was on using a lot of social media, consuming a lot of social media. So, and then obviously I don't interact with a lot now beyond some of the occasional videos I watch. I think Josh Brett, I think is his name, does some fantastic videos. Kind of negative. There's a lot of negative information. Obviously, it gets people to click. But um, one of the ones that I thought was so interesting was the prevalence of steroid use in young adults or even in young men, right? In men who are younger than me. I'm not going to say I'm young. I'm almost 30 years old, but the individuals who are 18, 19, 20, or even younger taking steroids to improve how they look, improve their physiques, and I'm genuinely curious if there is an increase in steroid use amongst young men, amongst 16, 17 year olds. Because when I was in high school, I only really know one guy who started taking steroids when I think we were seniors. He's very much on them now. Like I know, I'm I'm very confident he is because I knew him in high school. I know him now, and he is significant, like 220 pounds on stage, bodybuilder kind of situation. And I, that's one person. Whereas now, social media or how it's presented by some of these guys I watch on YouTube, it seems like it's a lot more prevalent, or at least there's more people being just really willing to be open about using steroids, which is also true. When I was in high school, uh, these bodybuilders were like, "Oh yeah, if you just work hard and drink a lot of protein shakes and take this supplement, this pre-workout, and eat enough food and train super duper hard, you'll get big like me." And it was and it started to shift a little bit because people were like, "Nah, man, you're just on steroids. Like you're not that big. Like you're not getting that big naturally." So I'm just intrigued to like because I have to imagine that there is an increase in steroid use because people on social media are more open to it. Um, People are like, "Oh, you should take steroids like clavicular." I watched a video about clavicular. Don't know anything about and beyond this video I watched by Dr. Mike Israel and Renaissance Periodization. Only one that I've only instance I saw of him, and he just like the guy's like, "Yeah, I take 300 milligrams of testosterone daily." I think is what he said on an interview because he didn't like how he looked. Um, and as a 17-year-old, and I think he's in his 20s now, and still takes testosterone and taking a bunch of other peptides and whatnot. And I just, and the bright side is that he was very honest in the interview. He's like, I'm, I'm not a longevity guy. Like, I just don't care. I want to look good. And, everyone should have, everyone can make their decisions, right? However, I can tell you right now, I just can't. It'll be interesting to see if he feels that way when he's my age, right? Because I thought when I was 21 years old, I was like, I got this figured out. Like it's no big deal. Whereas now I'm almost 20 or almost 30. I'm like, oh gosh, like I know less now. I feel like I know less now about what I want than I did when I was 21, 22 years old. Because life throws a lot at you when you enter the workforce, when you're, and it's also tough, I guess, because like he's also a social media influencer. But anyways, right? I'm just curious, like, is it genuinely that more people are taking steroids? Like, is that just the thing now? Like if I work out at home, so I don't go to the gym, but like, are more people like actively like, I'm going to go take steroids because I want to be bigger or I want to like, I don't want to have to work hard in the gym. Like, I want the results now. Like, is it, is it this instant? Is it like this transition of instant Here it is. Here it is. Here's my hypothesis. The instant gratification generation is starting to reach the age where looks is what matters most to them. And the fastest way for them to think I'll look better, more mature, and is by putting on some muscle and just looking better, right? Like that's what matters to them. So my hypothesis is that they are looking to speed up, get the instant gratification of exercise by working out, taking steroids. Maybe also why all these peptides that everyone is saying that they're going to do stuff. That's why people are taking peptides, because they want instant gratification and instant return. Now I get it. Like I work out. Like I want to be bigger. Like I want bigger arms. I want bigger shoulders. I get it. Like I do. I genuinely do. But I also just love the process. And that's that's part of what I enjoy is the process. I understand most people don't enjoy it. But also you don't have to do 6 days a week of lifting to get progress. So my hypothesis again, the if steroid use is on the increase amongst individuals who are ages 18 to 25, I'm curious if it's because they were a instant gratification. They had a lot of instant gratification growing up, and now that they're older, looks is what matters to a lot of them. Or looks is a very big thing that matters in our society. And so they determine the fastest way to get to being looking more mature, more attractive, anything of that sort is to take steroids because it takes away the effort of having to do like a prolonged exercise. That's my take. Tell me if I'm wrong. If you think it's something else, let me know. Like I'm just curious. Like, and I'm also curious. Like, is are people actually taking that much steroids? Like, are people actually like just taking an absurd amount of steroids? I don't know. Like, I just don't. I just see what's on social media, right, or YouTube. That's the only thing I really use anymore. That's what I see on YouTube. So yeah, I only know off the top of my head like two people. I only know of one personally, and then I know another guy who I know a guy who knows a guy who takes steroids. And I knew there's obviously some people at gyms I go to. I guess I know more people in steroids than I say, but it's still not like the level in which it's being presented online. Yeah, give me your hypotheses. Um, if you take steroids, like I'm curious what made you decide to take them. Let me know. Maybe we'll do a follow up video about information we gather for this. Until next time, thanks for watching. You all are amazing. I love you all.